What's something your partner did that completely broke your trust? I, 28F, was with my boyfriend, Derek, 30M, for 6 years. We met when we were both broke, working minimum wage jobs. I was a server, and he was stocking shelves overnight at a grocery store. He always said he wanted to go back to school, said he felt behind in life, like he had potential but no support. I got it. I grew up poor too. So when we moved in together, I told him, if you want to study, I'll hold things down for a while. And I did, for 3 years. I picked up double shifts, waited tables during the day, bartended at night. I literally worked myself into the hospital once with exhaustion. Meanwhile, he studied full-time, lived rent-free, and used my car while I bussed across town to work. He never once had to worry about bills. But I believed in him. And I believed in us. When he graduated with his degree in computer science, I cried. Like, genuinely. I thought we did this. Together. And once he got a great job, fully remote, great salary, I finally let myself breathe. He promised it was our turn now. That he'd take care of things, let me rest, maybe help me go back to school too. But guess what happened? 3 months into his new job. He got weird. I'd ask how his day was, and he'd just grunt. Started keeping his phone face down. Got all defensive if I asked who he was texting. You know that gut feeling you try to ignore because you don't want to seem insecure? Yeah, that feeling. Then he started working late and leaving the house even though he worked remotely. When I asked why, he'd get cold. Sometimes he'd just snap. Why don't you trust me? After everything I've done? Done for who? Because as far as I could tell, I did everything. So one night, while he was asleep, I opened his laptop. I know. But at that point, I was tired of pretending I didn't see the red flags. And there it was. A whole folder of photos, screenshots, messages. He'd been dating someone else for almost 6 months. Worse? He told her he was single. Told her I was just his roommate who was down on her luck. He even complained about me, said I was clingy and mooching off him. I was shaking. I didn't sleep that night. Just stared at the ceiling wondering how someone could lie that easily. But I didn't confront him. Not right away. Because then I saw something that made everything so much worse. An email confirmation. Dinner reservation. Private room. Ring receipt. Proposal plan. He was planning to propose to her. With the money from the job I helped him get. With the freedom I worked for. And he was doing it behind my back while I was still buying the groceries. So I made a plan of my own. I waited until the day of the proposal. Watched him get dressed up, all nervous and excited. He told me he was going to visit his cousin. I smiled and said, have fun. Then I got in my car, drove across town, and walked straight into the restaurant. I found their table. He was mid-sentence, holding the little ring box, about to open it. I walked right up and said, oh good, I was hoping I'd catch both of you. He froze. She looked confused, until I introduced myself. Hi. I'm the woman who paid for his degree, his rent, his gas, and his food for the last 3 years. I'm also, apparently, his clingy roommate. Then I turned to her. Did he tell you he's unemployed right now? That this job? This dinner? That ring? It's all thanks to me. You're welcome. And then I left. Didn't yell. Didn't cry. I just walked out while both of them sat there, mouths open. When he got home later that night, his stuff was already on the curb. I changed the locks, blocked his number, and called the loan company to remove my co-signature from anything I could legally pull back. I found out later that she didn't marry him. Apparently, she realized if he'd do that to me, he'd probably do it to her too. So now he's jobless, single, and probably wondering how it all fell apart. But me? I'm back in school, studying, thriving, and I've never worked so hard to succeed for myself this time. Update: it's been 4 months since I exposed my ex at the restaurant. The day he tried to propose to another woman with a ring I'd basically paid for. After that, I blocked him everywhere. Changed the locks. Canceled everything with my name on it. I thought that was the end. I was wrong. Last week, I got a knock on my